Up next will be my interview with San Francisco attorney David Wilton. We'll discuss his work with Bay Area Intactivist Group. The focus of this group is education and support for parents who choose to forego circumcision and keep their baby boys intact.
Interesting. Now, let's get started with Tom's interview with David Wilton.
The Bay Area Intactivist Group, or BANG, is a grassroots organization opposed to unnecessary infant genital surgeries of boys, girls, and intersex children. The primary mission of the organization is education and outreach. Due to the high rate of male circumcision, BANG primarily focuses on the genital integrity of infant boys. BANG participates in area baby fairs, parades, and community and cultural events to get its message out. Joining us tonight to discuss the goals of BANG is David Wilton. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So David, why is this LGBT issue? Can you explain that?
Well, genital integrity, particularly male circumcision, is a basic human right. That is to say, it's a basic human right to remain intact. We believe this is an issue that's related to gay and lesbian issues because gay and lesbians also are seeking basic human rights. Mm-hmm. Nothing special, but just the right to be left alone, to live their lives as they wish. We believe that the right to remain intact doesn't do anything to take away from those who wish to be circumcised later, but to be circumcised as an infant often, well, every time, of course, removes that right to remain intact later.
So individual choice is one of the primary reasons to remain intact.
Exactly. Choice is the primary issue. It's all about genital integrity, bodily integrity.
Tell us how you educate the general public and what events you attend to get your message across, and what types of media.
Well, typically we do a lot of outreach at baby fairs. We also have marched in area parades. The Solano March is one. Also the gay and lesbian Pride Parade in San Francisco. We've marched in the last 2 or 3 years. There was one year that we missed, but just about every year we march in that. Next year it's going to be sponsored by mgmbill.org, and that will be the website that will be on the banners. We've always had a very positive response. I don't think there's ever been a negative word said. Most people, when they see us in that parade, get it. They understand that we're there promoting the rights of the individual to not just genital integrity, but basic human rights to live their lives as they wish with autonomy.
Who are your members primarily of your group?
Our members are men and women, gay and straight, although there's a large gay contingent. About a third to a quarter to a third of our group is Jewish.
Well, that's interesting.
Yes, some of the most important people in terms of effort and time in our group are Jewish, so we have a lot of support in that community. But we're of all types, young and old. There's, I would say, about a third or so of our group is probably under 30, and the rest are probably over 30.
Do you feel people are receptive to the education information you're putting out to them?
We've always had a very good reception, particularly in California, where the male circumcision rate is low, unlike much of the rest of the country. Occasionally you'll have someone who doesn't understand, and there is something of a negative reaction, but that's very rare. One of the most interesting things that occurs frequently is we'll have teenagers that come up and say that they're intact. This is particularly at some of the fairs that go on in Berkeley and other parts of the Bay Area, not just the Gay Pride Parade. And they're very proud of that fact, and they understand it. Young people get this very quickly, particularly those who are intact.
What do you say to the counterpoint argument of, well, circumcision is done medically for health reasons and the like?
Well, the medical community has spoken on this issue, and all of the major, well, I would say all of the medical organizations in the United States, Canada, Australia, and Britain have policy statements saying that circumcision should not be routine, that it is not recommended. So the medical community has spoken on this, and all of the reasons put forth in the past for promoting this have more or less been either debunked or considered. The studies have shown that the pros are so weak that they're not sufficient to recommend it routinely. And so we always educate all of the people who have any questions about that issue on this. And there are plenty of resources out there that people can look at and follow up on this if they're interested in the medical aspects of it.
That's great, David. It sounds like you have more updated information and can counter some of the other information out there. So thank you for being on our show. We'd like to have you back at some point. For those of you who want more information on the organization, point your web browser to the information on your screen and learn more about BANG and its goals. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.